And we are back. Hello and welcome to Case Western Reserve for game number 2 of this Thursday afternoon doubleheader between the Case Western Reserve University Spartans and Capital University Comets. Spartans won game number 1 in 6 innings. It was 8-0 the score. Case Western Reserve scored 1 in the first, 1 in the third, 2 in the fifth, and 4 in the sixth. Finished with 8 runs on 10 hits, no errors. Capital, no runs on 3 hits, 2 errors. Game number 2 set to start in just a minute or so. I'll give you the starting lineups here as I see them. For Capital, it's Kylie Kirby leading off and playing shortstop. She was played at third in the first game, went 1 for 3 with a pair of strikeouts. Autumn Bridges is second. She's in center field. Game 1, she went 0 for 3 with a strikeout. Emma Sweetman in the 3 spot and at first base, 0 for 2 with a pair of strikeouts in game number 1. Megan Perry in the cleanup spot, sophomore designated player. She went 1 for 2 in game number 1. Megan Milinarik is pitching and hitting sixth. She did not play in game number 1. Michelle Brumfield hitting 7th and at third base. They're hitting 6th at third base. My apologies. She showed up and went as a pinch hitter, went 0 for 1 in game number 1. Lorelei McMahon catching and hitting 8th is she went 0 for 1 with a walk in game number 1, as well as Lindy Hemmelgarn playing second base now and hitting 8th, and Kinsey Kennedy in the 9-hole, right field. Kirby to lead it off. Kylie Hosey in the circle for Case Western Reserve as first pitch in game number 2 is just about, here it is. That's over but high. It's a ball, 1-0. So first pitch, 5:26 here for game number 2 from Mather Park in Cleveland, Ohio. Kylie Hosey in the circle for the Spartans. CWRU infield is the same as it was in game 1. Bisberry at third, Karen Potts at short, Kai Gross at second, and Bella Russo at first. So that pitch is a ball. It's 2-0. The outfield's slightly different for the Spartans. Tara Fritcher making her first start this season, and I believe her first career start in left field. Nyla Durham in center, and Elena Steffes, who walked us off with a 3-run homer in right. 2-0 pitch. Soft swing to Potts. She fields it, throws over to first, and Kirby is retired. So 6-3 there to lead off the game.
Now batting, number 20, Autumn Bridges.
Autumn Bridges, the center fielder, will be here for game number 2, the second batter in this lineup. Bridges, who came into today, hitting .409. She went 0 for 3, as I mentioned, with a strikeout. Only 3 hits for Capital in game number 1. They faced Lexi Miskey, who struck out 11 batters in just 5 innings. She allowed 1 hit in those innings. That pitch is over for a strike. It's 0-1. And then Dev Misra finished the game, 1 inning, no runs on 2 hits with no strikeouts or no walks. And I just confirmed that Tara Fitcher is making her first career start. Bunt attempt gets by the pitcher, barehand by Potts, but there'll be no play. So a bunt single for Autumn Bridges here, the left-handed hitter, to get Capital started with 1 out here in the first. Really no play for Case Western Reserve on that. Hosey could have maybe gotten to her right a little bit, but that's a tough play for the pitcher, and once Potts got to Potts, no play there. And Sweetman 0 for 2 in game number 1 with a pair of strikeouts. In for Capital, Sweetman, who played first base in game 1, looks at a strike, 0-1. Sweetman, the junior from Columbus Bishop Ready High School. Just getting started here. Game number 2 of this doubleheader. Spartans took the first game, 8-0. Improved to 11-7 overall, and Capital dropped to 7-8. That pitch over for a strike. It's 0-2. Been interesting to see how Capital responds. So Lexi Miskey pitched the majority of game 1. She throws much faster than Kylie Hosey. She's not a knock on Hosey. Hosey's more of a finesse pitcher. She also an all-region, 3-time all-region selection, 3-time all-UAA selection. Runner goes, and that is an out. Great job by Caitlin Lamb corralling that pitch in the dirt, and she threw out Bridges, who was trying to advance on that. So caught stealing 2-6, as that was a ball. So 2 away here in the first inning. Now Hosey just 1 strike away from getting out of this. She comes in today. That ball goes foul. 1-2. Find her stats. Hosey comes in today, 3-4 record. This is her 7th start, 15th appearance, 1 complete game, 4 saves. Program record already 4 saves, and we're on game number now 19. In 42 full innings, 4.57 ERA. The pitch is high for ball, 2-2. Giving up 54 hits, 36 runs, only 27 earned though, 14 walks to 20 strikeouts, and a 320 opponent's average against. So not her best season so far, certainly, but looking to improve as we get going here in the middle portion of the 2025 campaign. Hosey, the senior from Medina, Ohio, Medina High School graduate. Her high school came here today's doubleheader. The Bees did, her high school softball team, to show her support for their alum. And that's tapped foul at the plate, still 3-2. Look at Hosey. Across her career, I would say she's been overshadowed by Lexi Miskey. I would argue one of the best pitchers in program history. All-Region second team last year. Made it to the NFCA Classic All-Tournament team. All-Region third team as a sophomore, UAA second team. The payoff one more time, popped up just behind the plate. Lamb's under it and makes the play. So the 1-out hit does no damage. We're scoreless as we head to the bottom of the first. Still warming up here, bottom of the first inning. Karen Potts about to step in for the Spartans. I'll give you that Spartan lineup. It's Karen Potts leading off, Bella Russo hitting second, Kai Gross hitting third, Caitlin Lamb in the cleanup spot, Biz Berry hitting fifth, Elena Steffes in sixth, Lacey Lara seventh, Tara Fritcher hitting eighth, and Nyla Durham rounding out the order, batting ninth. So KB to the plate, Karen Potts. She'll face the Capital pitcher. That's Megan Milonaric. Megan Milonaric. Local product from Haynesville. That pitch outside for a ball, 1-0. Gilmore Academy graduate from Paynesville, just up the road. Go up I-90, about 20 minutes, and you'll get to Paynesville. Gilmore is a little bit closer than that. This season, Milonaric, as Potts swings and misses, evens the count at 1-1. This season, Milonaric in the circle, 3-0, perfect 3-0 record, 4.55 ERA. Just her second start of the year, but her 10th appearance, leads all Comets in appearances. 1 game started, 1 complete game, so she threw all however many innings in that game. 1 shutout, 1 save. The 1-1 fouled off to the third base side, 1-2. 27 2/3 innings. She's given up 20 runs, 18 earned, 28 strikeouts, and just 7 walks. 276 opponents average against. Best strikeout rate of the 3 hurlers in this Capital Rotation, 28 and 27 and 2/3 innings, more than 1 an inning. 1-2, and that's high and tight for ball 2-2. We saw both of the other two pitchers, at least the other two pitchers have thrown pitches for Capital in game number 1. Melissa Miller got the start. Addie Parker also threw. What's interesting in this game is and that's strike 3. So Karen Potts goes down swinging. 1 at bat, 1 strikeout.
Now batting, number 11, Bella
For
Russo.
Millenaric. Sorry, I was going to say what's interesting about Millenaric is that she is in the batting lineup, hitting 5th. So we'll see her hit as well as pitch. Quite fun. We love our two-way players. Bella Russo to the plate. Spartan Senior went 1 for 4 in game number 1. Russo now this year down to 311 averages, swings and misses. Pitch way out of the strike zone, 0-1. Driven in 16, 1 home run, 8 runs scored. A little more about Millenaric, the local product, like I said, from Paynesville. Junior, biochemistry and chemistry double major pre-med. Lefty hurler, and that's 2 pitches, 2 strikes. I don't know how often Case Western Reserve sees lefty pitchers. Top of their lineup is pretty left-handed heavy. All first 3 hitters hit from that side of the plate. But then once you get after Kai Gross, it's all righties after that. The 0-2 offering, and that's high. And gets past the catcher, 1-2. Millenaric last season started 16 games, appeared in 21, went 9-9 with 3.08 ERA, 84 strikeouts in 93 1/3 innings. Year before that, series All AFC honorable mention as well. Year before that, started 29 games, made 10 appearances in the circle. Started 29 games as a hitter. As Russo slaps at that one way out of the zone, but able to hit it foul. So still 1-2. She had 364 average with 32 hits, 3 homers, and 24 runs batted in. She played her club softball for the NJ Bat Busters and 9 varsity letters in high school. 1 in basketball, 2 in volleyball, 2 in cheer, and 4 in softball. So a multi-sport athlete there in Gilmore. 1-2 pitch to Bella. And that's swung and missed. So back-to-back strikeouts for Millenaric as Case Western Reserve is trying to get something going here in the first inning. Scoreless. Bottom of the first in game number 2. Spartans looking to keep their momentum going after an 8-0 6-inning win in game number 1. Capital defense looks like this as Kai pops the first pitch up. That goes out of play. 0-1. It's Brumfield at third, Kirby at short. Left side of the infield is Hemmelgarn and Sweetman. Millenaric is in the circle. McMahon behind the plate as Kai pops this one up. This is on the infield. Should be, oh, it's a tough play. Looked like an easy play. Wind really grabbed that one. But Kirby able to come down with it as that's out number 3. Spartans retired in order. We go to the second inning, no score.
Inning for Capital. Number 23, Megan Perry.
Megan Perry leading off the second inning for Capital, the sophomore. designated player in game number 2. She was designated player in game number 1 as well. Went 1 for 2, but her average up to 395. With the 1 for 2 showing. Perry from Newcomers Town, Ohio. Newcomers High School. Inning number 2 for Kylie Hosey. She gave up a hit, but the runner was thrown out stealing, so faced the minimum so far through 1 inning. Scoreless here after 1 in game number 2. Game number 1 started in sunshine, and it was feeling kind of nice. And then as the game went on, as that pitch down in the way for ball 1-0. As the game went on, clouds came up, wind picked up, and it became a little more wintry, you might say. Game number 2 started, said the temperature was 56 degrees. I believe that 0%, but that's what the temperature was, so that's what we're going with. It feels more like 35 would be my guess. As that's over for a strike, it's 1-1 now. 56 degrees is the temperature. Feels like 47 according to my app. I probably think it's a little bit lower. Wind now blowing out to right field. The 1-1. Lined up the third base line, and that'll get down for a base hit. Fritcher to cut it off. Let's see if Perry goes for 2. She does. Throw into Gross. Tag is not in time. Ball was there. Throw was a little bit up to second base. Gross made a diving attempt on Perry, but was for naught, as that's her second hit. Perry's second hit of this doubleheader. So a leadoff double for Megan Perry. Brings up the pitcher. Megan Milaneric. So Megan doubled and Megan now to bat. Milaneric this season for the Comets. 471 hitter. So pretty good hitter for, especially for a pitcher. She looks at that pitch outside for ball 1-0. 8 hits and 17 at bats. She scored 4 runs, a double, 5 runs driven in. Quite impressive, I might say. 471, 526, 529 is her slash line. She has a walk and hit by pitch. Struck out once. 1-0. That one also a touch outside. 2-0. Milaneric hitting from the left side of the plate. So she's left. I believe the only left. Yes, the only left on the roster, and maybe the only one. Bella is also left. 1 of 2 in these games. Hosey keeps trying to go for that spot on the outside corner, and home plate umpire, who for this contest is Edwin Roberts, not giving it to her. So just off the plate there from Hosey. There's a strike. Oh, counts even, 2-2. My apologies. So 2-2. Now to Milaneric, the opposing pitcher. Runner on second, no outs here, top of the second inning. Gets her to chase, ball in the dirt. Lamb throws it over to Russo to complete the strikeout. So Milaneric goes down swinging. That'll go 2-3 for the putout. So Milaneric with 2 strikeouts pitching and 1 strikeout swinging. Up to 3 today. Perry stays at second. Michelle Brumfeld, first-year player from Asheville, Ohio, Tessa Valley, who came on as a pinch hitter in game number 1 and was retired. First pitch to her, over for a strike. It's 0-1. This season, Brumfeld, I said this going into the first game, but this is her 14th start. She's now played in all but 1 of Capitals games. 12 hits and 33 at-bats, so 364 average, 476 on base, 394 slope, so not a power hitter, to say the least. Swing and miss, that's 0-2. Of her 12 hits, just 1 for extra bases, that's a double, but she has driven in 10. So second on the team in runs batted in. There is a runner on second. That is Perry on second. The 0-2 to Brumfield. Grounds that one up third base line. Just foul. Stays alive, 0-2. See what Hosey does here. She's on her probably 2 best pitches. She got Milaneric to chase the ball in the dirt. Maybe we'll see that here as well against Brumfield. off-speed splitter type pitch in the dirt. Here it comes. Outside. No, she went with the fastball. Outside for a ball. I was talking about in the first inning, Lexi Miskey, the flamethrower, fireballer, pitcher with the rise ball. Kylie Hosey Moore will get you finesse, off-speed, and movement. Location. That one popped foul. Pitch number 6 of this at-bat coming up from Hosey. Two-time All-UAA selection. All-UAA first team as a first-year player. All-UAA second team in 2023. She was twice UAA Pitcher of the Week last year, though, on March 4th and April 1st. And actually, she's been UAA Pitcher of the Week 6 times, twice in each of her 3 seasons. That pitch in the dirt. She tried to go off speed and gets away from Lamb, so Perry will go over to third. So Perry over to third on the wild pitch. Hosey did try to go with the change up there in the dirt. Brumfield did not chase, and it got away from Lamb a bit. Now count even 2-2. Perry at third in a scoreless game here in the top of the second inning. And that's strike 3. Hosey went again with off speed, and Brumfield didn't know what to expect. Swung way out in front of it and couldn't catch up to it. So after the leadoff double, Hosey struck out the next 2 batters she's seen. 2 down here in the second. Lorelei McMahon, the catcher, to the plate. Number 7 hitter in this lineup. McMahon came into the day with a... That's over for a strike. .125 batting average. This is her now 9th start. She went 0 for 1 with a walk. And there's a strike on the outside part of the plate. It's 0-2. McMahon probably putting that into the back of her head mentally so she can get that call for her pitcher, Milaneric, in the bottom half, because I don't think she agreed with that one. Caught a bit of the outside part of the plate, maybe at the kneecap there. It's hard to tell up down from up here, especially with the fence and everything in the way. Off speed, grounds it back to Hosey, throws over to Russo, and that'll retire the side. Capital gets a run into third, but cannot score. We head to the bottom of the second inning, 0-0 here in game number 2. Caitlin Lamb here to lead off the bottom of the second inning for Case Western Reserve. Lamb had herself a day in game number 1. 2 for 2 with 3 runs batted in. She also had a sac fly, so 2 for 2, 3 runs batted in, a sac fly. All 3 of her plate appearances resulted in run scoring. She also got 11 putouts from all 11 of Lexi Miskey's strikeouts. Hitting .327 now for Case Western Reserve in the cleanup spot. She'll face Megan Milaneric, a local product from Paynesville. That ball outside and low. 1-0. Milaneric had a very successful first inning. Struck out 2. No one else got on. A 1 pitch in her batter's box. Lord. Now 0-2, or 2-0. the senior catcher from pitch over for a strike. Good frame job there by McMahon behind the plate. Senior catcher from Bolingbrook, Illinois, Plainfield East graduate, who came in last year, started every game for the Spartans. Last season behind the plate, but one, I think. Oh, but two. 49 games, 47 starts. Drives that one in the right center field gap. That'll get down. One hops the wall. Lamb digging for two, and she'll make it without a throw. Leadoff double for Caitlin Lamb, who continues her hot stretch of hitting. Mentioned earlier she had 5 hits in the Wash U series in 3 games. Now up to 3 hits in this doubleheader. She'll get pulled for a pinch runner. That'll be probably Ashley Miller, 22 it looks like. Head coach Josie Henry likes to run for her catchers in this scenario. So Ashley Miller on to run for Caitlin Lamb. Good piece of hitting there for Lamb, a leadoff double. Who, you know...
Ladies and gentlemen, your attention, please. Now running at second base for the Spartans.
49 games last year, 25 as a sophomore, and 23 during her first year. So, what is that? Nearly 75 games coming into this season of experience, and up to 115 games played. Sorry, I can't do math. Almost 100 games played. 115 games played now. 77 starts. Biz Berry at the plate for Case Western Reserve. Berry, who went 2 for 4. Also had a good game. Run batted in. Shows bunt, gets it down, up the first baseline, just foul. See what Berry's doing. She's trying to get now Miller at second over on the bunt. I believe that was, that was Sweetman who fielded that. Capital with the wheel play on Sweetman crashing in. Hemmelgarn over to first. Bunt again. This one fielded by the pitcher Milaneric, throws over to... She threw it to Hemmelgarn, who threw it in the dirt, and that'll be a run. Hemmelgarn went to fake the throw to third and threw it right into the dirt, and it went all the way to the backstop, and Miller, who made it to third on the sacrifice, was able to score. So an error on the second baseman, a throwing error. That will go 1-4, no RBI, 1-4 sac bunt. Miller advances to third on the sacrifice and then advances on E4 throwing. So 1-0 lead for Case Western Reserve on a bit of a mental mistake there, I'd say. Not an earned run. And Elena Steffes to the plate. Takes a strike. It's 0-1. 1 out, base is empty for the right fielder Steffes, who hit her second career home run in game number 1. That was what ended the contest. She went 1 for 3 with that 3-run homer. Spartans were up 5-0 in the bottom of the 6th. Steffes came to plate with 2 outs and smoked the ball into center field right over the 200 sign. Fouls that pitch. Back, it's 0-2. Quickly 0-2. Yeah, not a good day for players at second for this Capital Comets bunch. In the first game, it was Regan Irons who committed an error and had a couple plays not go her way. Now it's Hemmelgarn who moved down the defensive spectrum. She was playing at short. Steffes swings and cuts at a high pitch, fouls it back, still 0-2. Yeah, a little bit of a change defensively, see, for Capital. So Kirby moved from third to short. This is from game 1 to game 2. Kirby moved from third to short. Hemmelgarn moved from short to second. Irons no longer playing. And now at third is Brumfield, who did not start in game number 1. Brumfield, their normal starter, though, so it was weird to see her not starting in that game. The 0-2 pitch to Steffes. Swing and a miss, strike 3. So Steffes down swinging that strikeout number 3 for Milanaric. 2 down here in inning number 2, game number 2. 1-0, Case Western Reserve. Lacey Lara to the plate. The first year from California went 1 for 2 with a walk in game number 1. Now hitting .269 on the season. 1 run scored, 4 runs driven in. Pops that one onto right field. Right fielder Kennedy is under it, so 1 pitch, 1 out. Spartans score a run. A little bit of a wild play, but they take a 1-0 lead as we head into the third here in game number 2. Lindy Hemmelgarn will lead off here. The top of the third inning. It's been a long day. Top of the third inning for Capital. To make up for her error that's caused the run to score in the bottom half of the second. Case Western Reserve 1, Capital nothing here in the third inning. Game number 2 of this doubleheader, non-conference midweek doubleheader. Happy Thursday, everyone. End of March. Hoping the weather here in March, as they say, comes in like a line and out like a lamb. Simmelgarn grounds this one to her counterpart at second, Kai Gross. Gloves throws it over to first, and that's out number 1. So 1 pitch, 1 out here in the third inning.
Now batting number 25,
Mackenzie Kennedy at the plate for Capital. She went 1 for 2 in game number 1. Kennedy, who came into the day hitting .077, but has made starts in all but 1 game. And a pitch over at the knees for a strike. That didn't do what I wanted. 0-1 for Kennedy. Case Western Reserve, so far one run on 1 hit, no errors. Capital, no runs, 2 hits, and a costly error. That pitch inside and low, evens the count at 1. Hoping for some good weather here to end the month of March. As I mentioned, we have this doubleheader today, and then the Denison Big Red coming to town on Sunday for a doubleheader as well. You might be wondering, wait, didn't Case Western Reserve just play WashU last weekend? Wasn't that a conference matchup? Shouldn't they be in conference play? Is that pitch high and tight for ball 2-1? And that'd be good questions you'd be asking, listener. This week is Case Western Reserve's bye week. It's an 8-week conference schedule with a 9-week conference schedule. Is that pitch in for a ball 3-1? Let me check that. 7 teams are now in the UAA. We play 6 series, 3 games each. There's a strike at the knees. Runs the count full, 3-2. 2 weekends are bye weekends. For Case Western Reserve, that was this past weekend, or this weekend currently, and then the weekend of May 3rd, 4th, and 5th. So not for a while. Full count offering in the dirt. Ball 4, so Kennedy's on with a walk. That is her first of this season.
Now batting number 16.
Good job there.
Kylie Kirby.
Mackenzie Kennedy drawing a walk, brings up top of the order. That's Kylie Kirby, who grounded out in her first at bat. Kennedy on at first, 1 out here. Yeah, 7 teams in this University Athletic Association here in 2025. First pitch to Kirby, shows bunt off of Hosey's glove. Fielded by Potts. Potts, a foot race to get to second base, but unable to get there in time. So a bunt single up the middle there for Kirby. I don't know if she's trying to sacrifice, trying to bunt for a hit. Went off of Hosey's glove. Kennedy got to second. Heads up play there by Potts, knowing she couldn't get the runner at first. She would get the runner at second. Capitals getting something going now. That is hit number 3 for them. First in the inning. Runners at first and second, 1 out. There was a caught stealing in inning number 1. That's why I was able to work out of that one. A pair of strikeouts in inning number 2. Autumn Bridges, number 2 hitter. She shows bunt, and that one goes just foul. Good job by Biz, waiting to play that one. 7 teams in the UAA. Sorry, I got distracted. All but Rochester of your regular 8 UAA teams. Wash U, 2-1. Emory, 3-0. Case Western Reserve, 1-2. Weekend series will start on Friday in the conference. Shows bunt again. That one goes foul. 0-2 now. We've seen Capital aggressive with the bunts, especially with Bridges, who was called out on strikes trying to bunt, if I'm not mistaken, earlier in game number 1. Bridges today already 0 for 1. Nope, I'm sorry, 1 for 1. My mistake. The 0-2 pitch to her. She does not show bunt. Pitch is high, ball 1. Alright, so Bridges not bunting here. Kennedy on second, Kirby on first. Kennedy walked with 1 out, Kirby with the bunt single. Capital threatening here, down 1-0, top of the 3rd inning. Hosey looking to try to get out of it. The 1-2 pitch. Outside, doesn't get the corner. 2-2. She's working up in the count, 0-2. Hosey knew she could throw 1 or 2 outside the zone, see if she get a chase pitch, get her to swing. Now with the count even, probably go back into the zone. Maybe we'll see if she goes off speed in the dirt. 2-2. It is off speed. It was not in the dirt. Gross, a good play to get to it, but no signal from the umpire there. I didn't see any signal. Was there no signal? Okay, I didn't see him signal safe, but he did not signal out, certainly. So either way, Bridges is on. And determine if that's a fielder's choice or a base hit here. Watch it through again. Base is loaded now for Capital. 1 out. Kai went to her knees to try to get that. Tried to tag the runner, then tried to throw it over to second. Throw was not nearly in time to get the runner at second. Also, I think it pulled Potts off the base. That was really her only play. The whole Case Western Reserve.
Now batting, number 10, Emma.
We're going to call that a fielder's choice. So Bridges reaches on a fielder's choice. Bridges on first, Kirby on second, Kennedy on third. Emma Sweetman to the plate. Sweetman who popped out foul in her first at-bat today. Big spot here. You saw the Case Western Reserve whole infield meet in the circle. Talk to Kylie Hosey. We'll see what they do. Infield is drawn in. Play is at the plate. In a one-run game, that makes the most sense. High for ball, 1-0. Can't walk in a run, of course. So 1-0 pitch to Sweetman. Low throw back to second. They got her in a pickle. Gross with the ball, throws it back home to Lamb. Lamb with the tag, swipe, and she is out. Wow, what a play. Kirby was picked off a second. Lamb recognized that, threw it to Gross. Gross stared down Kennedy, who was going home, and threw her out at home. So a mental gaff on the base is there. Gets an out. Now 2 down here for the Spartans, or for the Comets, my apologies, in this inning. Bridges moved up. Kirby also moved up. So it's a ball, 3-0. We'll call that caught stealing, I guess. No one gets a steal in base on that. Everyone moved up, though. So that goes 2-4-2. Caught stealing. As there is a pitch, strike. 3-1 now. To Sweetman. First base is open, so a walk doesn't hurt you here as much as it would have with the bases loaded. 2 down. And it looks like they were just working around Sweetman. All those pitches outside, she draws the walk. So the base is loaded again for Capital.
Now batting, number 23, Megan Pare.
Megan Pare to the plate. Who doubled in her first at-bat and was stranded at third. So a dangerous hitter. It's not like Ozzy was working at the bottom of the lineup. This was top of the lineup where she got into trouble. 395 coming in this game, probably over 400 now. Swing and miss at strike one. Ozzy had her fooled off speed off the plate. Perry looking to drive some runs in. Case Western Reserve still leads 1-0. Got an out at home and a caught stealing. But the bases are still loaded after a walk. Sweeman at first, Bridges at second, Kirby at third. The pitch. Outside again. A strike. 0-2. Good location there from Hosey. You saw Lamb was just set up outside. Hosey's trying to hit her glove. One more strike. She gets out of this inning without allowing a run. That's huge for Case Western Reserve. The 0-2. Outside. Eats up Russo. Gross gets it. Throws it back to Bella. And that's a force out. So that'll end the inning without a run. That'll go down 3-4-3. 3-4-3. And that'll end the inning. So the Comets leave the bases loaded. As we head to the bottom of the third, Case Western Reserve still leads 1-0. Bottom of the third inning, 1-0. Case Western Reserve. Capital with their best chance, I think, of this doubleheader to score any runs. They had bases loaded, 1 out. Base running mistake led to out number 2. Then loaded the bases again with 2 outs and could not take advantage. Hitting for Case Western Reserve, it's Tara Fritcher making her first career start. Getting her first at-bat this season. She was out for all of the year coming into today with a wrist injury. But good to go. All healed up, or healed up enough at least to play. A pitch on the outside corner, a strike from Milaneric. Milaneric's thrown well in the circle for Capital so far. In her 2 innings of work, she's allowed just 1 hit, 1 run. It's unearned. Fritcher, the junior from Versailles, Ohio. And there's a strike, 0-2. Last year appeared in 22 games. In 2023 appeared in 16 games. Had 2 hits in 2023 and 1 hit in 2024. Only 5 plate appearances last year. She mostly appeared as a pinch runner. The 0-2 offering, and that's high. 1-2. Biomedical engineering major, Tara Fritcher. Versailles, Ohio. Spelled like Versailles, not pronounced like it. She hit .560 as a high school senior with 10 home runs and 31 runs batted in. The 1-2 pitch way outside, a little bit low, 2-2. She holds school records for no-hitters in a single season and strikeouts in a game, so she was a 2-way player. Versailles is not a large town in Ohio, so that makes sense. I believe it's Division 6 for football out of 7. I don't know, they change divisions so much these days. The 2-2 pitch to Fritcher, and that's strike 3. She goes down swinging. Strikeout number 4 for Milanaric. As good as Lexi Miskey was in game number 1, Milanaric might be matching her here. Through 8 batters, she struck out 4, allowed just the 1 hit, and the 1 run really not her fault. Nala Durham, number 9 hitter, stepping up to the plate for the Spartans. Durham 0 for 3 in game number 1. Batting average down to 275. 28 pitches, 21 strikes for Milanaric. Shows bunt, and it goes foul. Durham trying to get on any way she can. Slap hitter from the right side, you might say. Durham, the sophomore. From Akron, Ohio. Archbishop Hoban, business management, pre-law track. Played in every single game last season. Started 44 games. The 0-1, swing and a miss, strike 2. Out in front of that one. Millenark really working the outside corner, both against these right-handed hitters. Against the lefties, she also working the outside corner, but that's the other side of the plate. Really hitting her spots. She gets the sign from her head coach. Checks her wristband. The 0-2. Off speed, fouled back. Still 0-2. Last year, Durham, just a 200 hitter, 282 on base, but really good defensively. 969 fielding percentage out and right. She turned to double play, had 25 putouts, and 6 assists. 6 assists out in right field. It seemed like every other weekend we had Durham throw out a runner who just thought she had a single and couldn't get to first in time. The 0-2 outside and low in the under batter's box. It's 1-2. Now she's in center. Doesn't have those opportunities as much, or really ever. Hard to throw someone out at first base from center field. She does have an assist this year, an outfield assist, so making up for it. Already 32 putouts. The 1-2, and that's strike 3. So Durham goes down swinging. 5 strikeouts for Millenark.
Number 12, Karen
Top of the order for Case Western Reserve here in the third. It's Karen Potts. Potts, who struck out swinging in her first at bat. Average down to 309. Left on left here for the next 3 batters. 2 down, no one on. Potts reaches, pitch way out of the zone. Fouls it off. KP, you see on her right elbow, she's got that elbow guard. Reminds me of Shohei Ohtani. I think at least has made that elbow guard famous. That particular style, that particular color. Spartan Blue, see Case Western Reserve in their full royal blue, royal tops, royal bottoms, White Sox. Blue underneath. Crew blue. I don't know if you can see the outfield fence as well. Brand new outfield fence. Matches the uniforms. That pitch outside. 1-1. Could not get Potts to chase that. Bolder and brighter this year for Case Western Reserve Athletics. All 19 varsity athletic teams with new uniforms with the royal blue. Fans of all of our teams may have noticed that throughout the season. First time seeing the softball uniforms, at least here at home. Potts drives that one into left field. Schnitzler is under it, and it drops. Potts goes to second, and she'll make it. Throw skips away from the shortstop, but... Or no, that was the second. Skips away from Hilgarn, but a double for KP there on a pop-up that just landed and no one could get to it. I mean, it would have been a tough play for Schnitzler, for sure. She was running in on that. Really no chance for Brumfield or Kirby going back on that. So it just drops. 2-out double from Karen Potts. See if that gets anything going. Bella Russo to the plate. Not great contact, but we said in game number 1, doesn't matter how hard you hit it, as long as you hit it where they ain't. Whoa, way high and outside. Pitch goes to the backstop. Potts over to third on the wild pitch. So Russo now, runner on third, 2 outs, looking to double the CWRU lead. Game number 1, 1 for 4. So looking for hit number 2. She struck out in her first at bat. One-0 from Millenark. Grounded to the shortstop, Kirby. Sure-handed over there, throw in the dirt. And that's not fielded by the first base player. So that'll be a run on an error. Another error scores a run, E6 throwing.
Now batting, number 17.
So another unearned run for Case Western Reserve. Great play there by Kirby to get to that. Hard hit. Good throw, gets Russo at first, but She was not retired. Throw was in the dirt, and Sweetman unable to corral it. So that's another run. It's now 2-0 Case Western Reserve. 2 runs, both unearned, both scoring on it, throwing errors. Kai Gross to the plate. Gross, who popped out in her first at bat, looks at a strike, looks at a ball high. 1-0. Kai now hitting .459, still leading the team in average. Yeah, short hop there. Kind of ate up Sweetman. Hit her glove, but just couldn't corral it, and it led to a run. And pitch outside and high as well. It's 2-0. Russo on first now. This season on the base paths, 3 for 3 stolen base attempts. This is a Spartan team that runs a lot. Coming into today, 28 for 33 on stolen base attempts, and then went, what, 4 for 5 for 5. That pitch is a strike. A late call there. 2-1. That was definitely over the plate. It just takes a little bit. That's okay. Take your time. All good. We'll see if Bella's running with 2 outs. And probably the team's best hitter, I would say. Team's best hitter at the plate. Certainly the best hitter in Spartan history. That pitch high. 3-1. Milanaric throws fast too, so if you're getting any sort of jump off of her, maybe you could go, but otherwise a little easier for McMahon to throw you out. McMahon throwing runners out behind the plate. 2 caught stealings on 12 attempts coming into the day. As that pitch fouled back, counts now full, 3-2. So now 2 out of 17 for McMahon. 3-2. We'll see Bella going here. Off with the pitch, full count, 2 outs. Payoff pitch to Kai Gross. Milanaric working already on 5 strikeouts through 2 2/3 innings. That pitch high and outside. Ball 4. So Gross works the walk. Keeps the inning alive. Milanaric just her 8th walk issue this season. She really does work around the plate. You've seen that today. 44 pitches, 30 strikes. Caitlin Lamb now up to bat for the Spartans. Doubled in her first at-bat. She had 2 hits and 2 at-bats in game number 1, so 3 for 3 so far today. Runners on first and second is a 2-0 Spartan lead here in game number 2, bottom of the 3rd. First pitch to Lamb. Drives that up the third baseline and foul. Third base umpire jumping out of the way there. That was our first base umpire from game number 1. Michael Giancicolo Jr. Giancicolo. Yeah, I speak Italian. Sure, why not? Edwin Roberts behind the plate. Neil Jackson at first and Michael Giancicolo Jr. at third. The umpire and crew today. Milanaric looks for the sign. Gets it. The 0-1 outside. It's 1-1. Milanaric, you spell it out M-L-I-N-A-R-I-C. Megan, M-E-G-A-N. Megan Milanaric from Gilmore Academy, Paynesville, Ohio. I'm sure her family is here. If not, certainly watching. The 1-1, high for a ball, 2-1. Fun fact about Milanaric, she also won the Speech Forensics and Drama Award at Gilmore Academy and was a speech state qualifier. Curious if she still does any speaking competitions at Capitol, if that even is a thing at the collegiate level. 2-1 pitch. Lamb pops it up on the infield. Should do it. Kirby's under it, and she makes the play. Spartans score another run on another Capitol error. They now lead 2-0 as we head to the 4th.
Capital.
2-0 Case Western Reserve here in the top of the fourth inning.
Millenaric.
Megan Millenaric to the plate for the Comets, the pitcher for Capital. Struck out in inning number 2 in her only at-bat so far today. This is game number 2 of a doubleheader. Case Western Reserve won the first game 8-0. They now lead 2-0 here in inning number 4. In the circle for the Spartans, it's Kylie Hosey, who's gone 3 innings, given up 3 hits, 2 walks, 2 strikeouts. Worked out of danger in all 3 innings. Off speed, low in the dirt for a ball, 1-0. Hosey so far, 53 pitches, 32 strikes. It's lowered her ERA down to 4.26 with these 3 scoreless innings. Millenaric has matched her in the circle as well. Those 2 runs, not her fault. Both unearned. Both coming on throwing errors. That pitch over for a strike. It's 1-1. Clouds beginning to fade away. I can see more of the sky. Grounded in between shortstop and third, and that'll be a base hit. So Millenaric on with a hit. KP almost got to that one, but unable to get her glove down.
Now
Good piece of hitting there
28,
from the pitcher.
Brumfield.
Michelle Brumfield now, who struck out swinging in her only at bat in this game. 0-for-1 in game 1. 0-for-2 today. We'll see Millenaric runs. Not often you run your starting pitcher on the base pass. Yeah, she has not attempted a steal. Capital 17-for-21 on the base pass. Bunt. That hit her in the box. So that's just foul. I almost thought it hit her bat. Hit her bat a second time. That's not good. That's illegal. And an out, if I'm not mistaken. But no, rule just hit her in the box. So 0-1, foul ball. I'm imagining Brumfield will show bunt again. She does not. Pitches the ball outside and high. 1-1. Yeah, coming into the day, Capital 17-for-21 stealing, but 12 of those 17 came from Kylie Kirby and Autumn Bridges. We also had 15 of the 21 attempts. 1 stolen base from Sweetman, 2 from Brumfield. And that's bunt right in front of the plate. Lamb gets it in fair territory, throws to second, but that was not caught by KP. I don't think she's getting her anyway. So Brumfield on. Fielder's choice, not a hit. Fielder's choice or sacrifice, depending on how you want to score it. Call the fielder's choice for now. Millenaric over to second. Lamb thought she had the runner at second, but unable to get it. Now it's McMahon, Lorelei McMahon, the catcher. Runners on first and second, nobody out. Another tough situation for Hosey. She shows bunt. That one foul. That one foul. Bisberry waited for it to go foul and got it foul. So 0-1. The official scorer, who's also me, needs to look up how we need to score that sacrifice. Because not an error. Certainly a fielder's choice. Lamb could have thrown her out at first quite easily, but chose not to. But she was giving herself up. Sacrifice, you're 0-for-0. Fielder's choice, you're 0-for-1. So, a little bit of a difference. Take a look. The 0-1 pitch. Outside. Showed bunt, pulled it back. Lamb able to corral it before anyone could advance. To a batter. Take a look at that in a second. 1-1 count on McMahon. McMahon came into today. No runs batted in. Looking to drive in at least 1. Runners on first and second, no outs. Swing and a miss, that's strike 2. Down now 1-2. Interesting, they pulled off the bunt after showing it on the first 2 pitches. Yeah, so that is score to sacrifice, which makes sense. She was giving herself up. Because with fewer than 2 outs, defense fails to get the lead runner out on any type of bunt. So there you go. Sacrifice. change that scoring then. The 1-2 pitch to McMahon. Swung and a miss. That's strike 3. Hosey gets the strikeout. 1 down here in the 4th. McMahon goes down swinging for the first time today. Strikeout number 3 for Kylie Hosey.
Number 7, Lindy Himmelgarn.
Lindy Himmelgarn to the plate. 4 runs batted in coming into the day. None in game 1, which makes sense. They didn't score. Still runners on first and second. Just the 1 out. Shows bunt, gets it down in front of the plate. Lamb gets it. She throws to first this time. Kai Gross covering first, gets it for the out. So Himmelgarn out on the sacrifice. That'll go down 2-4. Brownfield moves to second.
Now batting.
Milnarek to third. But there's 2 away. An interesting play with 1 out. Especially with bottom of the order up. It's Mackenzie Kennedy who came into the day batting .077, but she's hot. She's playing well. She's got a hit. She's got a walk. So maybe, just maybe, she'll get another hit. That pitch just outside for a ball. 1-0. Kennedy playing well. Number 9 hole. That was her first walk this season. So he has just the one she had coming into the day. 1 hit. It was a triple. She has driven in 3 runs. So 4 walks. And there's a strike. 1-1. 4th inning in a row now. Capitals had runners on base. Hosey has not had a clean inning yet today. Although in the first inning they did go on 1-2-3. There was a cut stealing in there. Looking to get out of another jam. The 1-1. Tried to get the inside part of the plate. Did not get the call. 2-1. Inning number 2. A leadoff double by Perry, who advanced to third with just 1 out, but then strikeout, ground out into the threat. In the 3rd inning, as that pitch swung and a missed, it's strike 2. Hosey 1 strike away now for getting out of this yet again. In the 3rd inning, the Comets loaded the bases with just 1 out. There was a caught stealing at home, and then a ground out. Now in this inning, runners on second and third, 2 outs. The 2-2 pitch outside, runs the count full, 3-2. Not just runners on second and third, 2 outs. They had runners on first and second with nobody out. Couldn't get the runners over, strikeout. Got the runners over, the bunt, 2 outs. Payoff pitch. Popped up on the infield. Might be a tough play. Potts is under it, and she catches it. Comets go down again without scoring a run. Hosey works out of another jam. We're through 3.5. It's still 2-0 Case Western Reserve. So a new left fielder for Capital as we begin the bottom of the 4th inning. It's number 5, Shelby Allen, who's replacing Schnitzler, Kelsey Schnitzler, who was in the flex position, so has not batted in this game. Bisberry at the plate. She drives the first pitch she sees up the right field line and foul. So Allen in at left for Schnitzler. We'll see. They always say the ball finds you as soon as you come into the game. So maybe Biz will hit one up to left field. Biz today 0 for 1 with the ground out. Nope, 0 for 0 with sacrifice. My apologies. High for a ball, 1-1. Milneric in the circle. So far today, 3 innings, 2 hits, 2 runs, none earned, 1 walk, 5 strikeouts. She's doing well, just her defense kind of let her down a bit. Counts even at 1. Here in the bottom of the 4th, leadoff hitter in the dirt for a ball, 2-1. Soren scored 1 in the 2nd, 1 in the 3rd, and here we are in the bottom of the 4th inning. 2 runs on 2 hits, no errors. For Capital, no runs on 4 hits, 2 errors. Game number 2 of this non-conference midweek doubleheader. The 2-1 to Biz. Grounds it right back to the pitcher. Milneric, self-defense more, throws it. Gloves it, throws it, and that's out number 1.
Now batting, number 19, Elena Steffes.
Brings up Elena Steffes, who struck out swinging in her first at-bat, but hit a home run in game number 1. Been that kind of day. Opening day here at Mather Park, home opener for the Spartans, who now have played 18 contests, 17 without coming to Mather. Steffes cut on and missed. That's strike 1. Opening day for Major League Baseball as well. Update for you Guardians fans. The Royals have tied the game in Kansas City in the bottom of the 9th. It's 4-4. There's 2 outs. That pitch high at Steffes' eyes. It's 1-1. So a nail-biter there on opening day in Kansas City for Cleveland. Any interesting? No really other interesting scores around MLB. At least in my opinion. Steffes swings and drives this one up the left field line, but that'll go foul. Did not have the distance, but landed right on the warning track. Steffes really in front of that, pulled it down the line. Take a look around the UAA. I don't think anyone in the UAA is playing today, but you could never be too sure. So we'll check the UAA scoreboard. Everyone else should be in conference play this week, and indeed, that is the case. So what's the conference look like? Great question. As Steffes pops that one up back foul. NYU is traveling to Emory this weekend. Nope, that's for baseball. My bad. NYU is traveling to Brandeis this weekend for softball. Carnegie is hosting Emory, and Chicago is hosting WashU. Normally these games are scheduled 1 on Friday, 2 on Saturday, but looks like there's going to be some weather out in Waltham, so Brandeis and NYU are playing a doubleheader tomorrow. The 1-2 home to Steffes as that pitch is high. 2-2. Make sure to double check those standings for you. Yeah, Emory 3-0, WashU 2-1, Case Western Reserve 1-2, and Brandeis at 0-3. Chicago, NYU, and Carnegie all had last weekend off. We said you get 2 bye weekends here in conference play. 2-2, Steffes cut on, tipped it back in the glove, and that's her second strikeout today. Strikeout number 6 for Milneric. Lacey Lara to the plate, 0 for 1 with a flyout. Batting .259 on the season. Two outs, no one on. Bottom of the 4th inning, Spartans lead 2-0. First pitch to Lara. That's down for ball, 1-0. Excuse me, Guardians escaped the 9th. They head to the 10th. Tied at 4. That pitch. Outside, high? I don't know. Couldn't tell. Could not tell. Called the ball. 2-0. Hope you're with us on Sunday. 2-0 pitch. That is outside, definitely. In the batter's box, 3-0. Spartans will host Denison for another non-conference doubleheader on Sunday. Case Western Reserve will take on the Big Red starting at 1 o'clock here from Mather Park, weather pending, of course. Forecast is looking iffy, but hope you're here with us. Whether that's here at Mather Park in Cleveland or through the broadcast. 3-0 taking all the way. Over for a strike, it's 3-1. Denison comes up to town. The Big Red this season 10-7. Just split a doubleheader with Mount St. Joseph's yesterday. And they come up here. That pitch is over for a strike off speed. 3-2 now. Brings the count full. The Big Red looking to get their basically last non-conference games in before North Coast Athletic Conference play starts. Same thing with Capital in the OAC. After playing Case Western Reserve, they start conference play as Lara hits that one right up the middle. That's a base hit. 2-out knock keeps the inning alive. Just the third hit of this game for Case Western Reserve, as it looks like we're going to have some sort of change for the Spartans. Head coach Josie Henry out to collect his home plate umpire. Who is it going to be? They're out there doing a little dance. Who's going to be pinch running for Lacey? Great question. Looks like it's Kate Coonan, number 5, the first-year outfielder. Started game 1, not starting today. Not starting game 2, I'm sorry.
Ladies and gentlemen, your attention, please. Now running at first base for the Spartans, number 5, Kate Coonan.
So Coonan now on at first. Looks like might have a pinch hitter too, maybe? Not sure. Tara Fritcher, who was scheduled to hit, was out there and then got sent back to the dugout. So you're looking for a new bat? No, it's going to be a pinch hitter as well. Looks like 13 as well, maybe? Or Miali? Yep.
13. Ladies and gentlemen, your attention, please. Now batting for Case Western Reserve, number 13, Laura Oli.
So Mioli pinch hitting for Fritcher. Fritcher, who was making her first career start, had her first plate appearance of the season. Mioli this year does not have a hit yet. The first-year player. She is 0 for 1 with 3 runs scored. Struck out in her only at-bat this year. 2 down, runner at second, bottom of the 4th. Pitch is over for a strike throw, back to first, nothing there. Give you some facts about Laura Miali. From Brooklyn, New York. Went to Fontbonne Hall Academy, a nursing major. Here at Case Western Reserve, Francis Prayne Bolton School of Nursing. Runners off with the pitch, and that'll be a stolen base. Guess that was a strike. So Kate Coonan with a steal. That was her second of the season only, in second attempt. 0-2 now. Foul back. Still 0-2. So, runner in scoring position, that's Coonan. 2 down. 0-2 count on the pinch hitter Mioli. NHS president at Fontbonne Hall Academy. Member of Rho Kappa National Social Studies Honor Society and the Fontbonne Hall Scholar Society. Her dad played football at SUNY Albany for 3 seasons. If she fouls that one back, he stays alive here. Her dad, Philip, played football for SUNY Albany from 1990 to 1992. Before any of these players were even born. Facing an 0-2 count in just her second collegiate at bat. She's already scored 3 runs though, so give her that at least. The 0-2, she takes, that's a tough pitch to take, but especially down 0-2. Called a ball. A little high, a little outside. Nursing student at the Francis Payne Bolton School of Nursing, one of the top nursing programs in the country. All 4 years, those nursing students get practice in hospitals. Clinical, more than double the national average. 1-2 pitch, and that's strike 3 swinging. So the pinch hitter is retired. 7th strikeout for Milonaric. Spartans go down without a run. However, they still lead 2-0 as we head to the 5th. So Kate Goonan, who came on to run in the bottom of the 4th inning, now playing left field for the Spartans. This is Tara Fritcher out there in left. And Laura Miali stays in the game as a designated player. Top of the Capital lineup here in the top of the 5th inning.
Number 16, Kylie Kirby.
It's Kylie Kirby, junior, all OAC player for the Comets. 5th inning of work for Kylie Hosey. Looks at a strike. It's 0-1. We'll see 3rd time through how these Comets do. They've been seeing the ball well. Like 4 hits, 2 walks. The problem is they haven't gotten the hit when it mattered. 0-1. Touch low for a ball. It's 1-1. They've left 6 on base, including bases loaded and 2 runners in scoring position. Bases loaded in the 3rd, 2 runners in scoring position in the 4th. Here we are in the 5th. It's 2-0. Case Western Reserve. Is that pitch outside for a ball? It's 2-1. Hosey, 4 innings, 4 hits, no runs, none earned, 2 walks, 3 strikeouts. Excuse me, your ERA is down to 4.17. The 2-1 pitch. Would have been a strike anyway. Kirby held up her swing, but it's 2-2. Jose looking for strikeout number 4 in this game. Down and in for a ball. It's 3-2. Coming into the day, Kirby walked just twice. So maybe not looking to get on base, be in the base on balls. She came in the day with a 500 average, 542 on base percentage. Grounds that one up the line, just foul past 3rd base. Staying alive. This pitch number 7 coming up in this plate appearance. Take a look and see if anyone's warming up for the Spartans. Yeah, Someone is. I believe that's Meowly. Laura. That makes sense. She stayed in the game. Payoff pitch one more time. Popped up and foul. Still 3-2. Yeah, head coach Josie Henry did mention Laura might come in and pitch. So we may see her, whether in the 6th or in the 7th, maybe even the 5th. We saw both Lexi Miski and Dev Misra in the first game of this doubleheader. The pitch driven to left field. That'll be off the wall. No play there for Coonan. It's off the wall. Durham picks it up, but a stand-up double for Kirby. That's her 9th of the season. Not sure if Coonan didn't really see that or couldn't tell the break on it, but it went off the fence. It would have been a tough play.
Now batting, number 20,
So a leadoff double.
Bridges.
Kirby. And once again, Capital has a runner in scoring position. They had now 4 of the 5 innings. They've had runners on in all 5 innings. Autumn Bridges, 1 for 2. Singled in the first, got caught stealing, and reached on a fielder's choice in the 3rd. Grounds it to short. Potts goes to 3rd. That's Biz out there. Biz throws it to Gross, and no, the tag not in time. They had Kirby in a rundown. Just slid underneath the tag. So Bridges reaches on a fielder's choice again. Kirby doesn't move. Looked like maybe she got, certainly the umpire thought she got in under the tag. Take a look here. They don't have replay. Replay not instituted here for D3 softball, at least not, certainly not a non-conference play, but we have it in press box. Let's take a look. Interesting that Potts went the short way, but definitely an out. I don't know if she should have thrown it. Yeah, maybe got her right hand in. Let's take a look. Well, now the umpires are surely conferencing. They're probably trying to figure out who had a better view. Because that first base umpire, that's Neil Jackson over at first for this game. He's looking in, what is that, the B position from in between first and second. He's got a good angle on that. Your third base umpire is looking from up the third baseline, but he's looking for the tag. Home plate umpire is also looking, but I think he's more looking for interference. This is just me conjecturing and knowing what I know about umpiring. Take a look, see. I don't know why I should go for the tag. Why Biz didn't go for the tag there, but
Now batting, number
she
10,
flipped it to Pot
Ella
or to
Sweetman.
Gross and got in another tag. So after all that, fielder's choice. Now runners on first and second with nobody out. Emma Sweetman up to the plate. Maybe they were thinking maybe she tagged her in the rundown. Unknown. First and second, no outs. Sweetman shows bunt. Offers. Doesn't make contact. 0-1. Capital's been in this position before in this game. Runners on base, nobody out. Hosey's worked out of it so far, but Houdini only had so many tricks. Eventually, he tried one too many. The 0-1 bunt again. That one back into the catcher's glove. Foul tip. That's a strike. 0-2. We'll see if the bunt's still on. Sweetman is 0 for 1 with a walk in this game. We'll see what pitch Hosey throws. The 0-2. Shows bunt, bunts it foul, and that's strike 3. So Sweetman out on the strikeout bunt. Runners do not advance.
Now batting, number 20.
1 out for
Now
Megan
batting,
Perry.
Number 23, Megan Perry.
You're doing so well with it.
I know, I forgot. My brother just texted me. I wanted to text me back. And I figured I'll just let it sit.
Perry 1 for 2 today. She doubled and grounded out. Bridges still at first, Kirby still at second. 1 out for the Comets. Let's see if Perry shows bunt. I doubt she will. She does not. Swinging, pops it up the right field line. Foul territory, and Elena makes the catch. So one pitch and Perry is retired, and Capital 2 quick outs here in the 5th. Good play there by Steph is coming in on that, getting over the line, not colliding with Russo either.
Number 18, Megan Milonaric.
Milonaric to the plate, the pitcher. 1 for 2 today with a strikeout, looking to help her own cause. She led off the 4th with a single, struck out in the 2nd with a runner on 2nd. She's now got runners on 1st and 2nd, 2 down. Capital looking to tie this game up. Grounder to 1st, Russo loves it, steps on 1st, and that'll retire the side. So the Comets once again threaten, once again do not score. It's 2-0, head to the bottom of the 5th. Bottom 5 from Mather Park here in Cleveland. It's Nyla Durham to lead it off. Bottom of the Case Western Reserve order. Spartans lead 2-0 here in game number 2. Durham so far 0 for 1 today. She struck out swinging. Megan Milonaric. It's done really well for Capital in the circle. That's right. It's called strike on the out part of the plate. 71 pitches, 47 strikes. In 5 innings of work, she struck out 7, giving up 3 hits, 2 runs, but none of them earned, just the 1 walk. I'm curious how Capital will deploy their pitchers going forward, as Durham offers at a pitch, the bunt, and swings through it. It's 0-2. Milonaric has the most appearances on the team, 2nd most innings, but this is just her 2nd start. I'm curious if she'll start getting more starts over Addie Parker, who, coming into this game, maybe not the best ERA this year. That pitch down and away for a ball. It's 1-2. Or maybe they'll save Milonaric. I don't know. Be interesting to see how they do in OAC play. We were looking at their schedule before something happened, and I got rudely interrupted. The 1-2 to Durham. Grounds that one to 3rd. Off a bounce. Fielded there by Brumfield, but she throws it away. And Durham will get to at least 2nd on that. Take a look. I'm not sure if the throw would have beat Durham.
Now
If it would have, not an error.
12, Karen Cox.
Durham on 2nd. Let's see. Well, we'll look at a next pitch here. Currently scored an error, but we'll see. Karen Potts at the plate now. 1 for 2 with a double. And a strikeout. Let's see if Durham's running. Swing and a miss, strike 1. Durham leads the team 10 for 10 coming in the day in steals, and she did not add 1 in the first game. So 10 for 10. Let's see, it is the throw getter. Throw was in the dirt. I think the good throw would have got her. Yeah, so an error there. Durham does steal, and she's in safely. Pitch was a ball, high and outside. Durham steals 3rd just cleanly on that. Good work there by Nyla. reached on an error, got to second on an error, on that same error, I guess. And now is at third with no outs. Case Western Reserve looking to increase their lead. Potts gets the signs from head coach Josie Henry. Infield drawn in really far at the corners. Brumfield and Sweetman playing about halfway up the line. Potts lines this one through the middle. That's a base hit, and that'll score a run. 3-0 Case Western Reserve on a RBI single from Karen Potts. I think if the infield wasn't drawn in, maybe there's a chance to get to it, but otherwise, I don't think so. Anyway, another unearned run. At least we get an RBI out of it. Spartans do. Brings up Bellarusso, who today 0 for 2 with a strikeout. Averaged down to 302. Low for a ball, 1-0. I mean, I guess that's a tough play for the third base. For Brumfield. Good throw gets Durham, but Durham's really fast, so I can see why she tried to rush it. Throw was in the dirt. Russo pops this one up. Well played by the shortstop. And Potts was off, and she's doubled off. So double play there. We'll get 2 outs. L 6-3 on that. Russo.
Now batting, number 17, Kylie.
Potts was running on the pitch, and also kind of thought that pitch would, that hit ball would drop. Did not. So 2 down, base is empty for Kylie Gross. Good play there by Kirby at short and Sweetman at first. Kirby to range over and get it. Sweetman to catch it. Gross drives this one to center field. That's over to center field's head, and that's over the wall. Kylie Gross with a 2-out solo home run. And the Spartans increase their lead. It'll be 4-0 when she touches home plate. Ambushed her with the first pitch swinging there by Kylie Gross. That's home run number 4 for her this season. Another unearned run against Milinarik. For Kylie, that's home run number 5 this season for her career. She is now up to, hang on, we'll check, 28. Chasing down the program record set by Annie Winterberg. So Kylie Gross now 28 home runs, tied for second in program history. Caitlin Lamb at the plate. Lamb, who's 2 for 2 in game number 1, 1 for 2 in game number 2, 3 for 4 today. Pops that one up. First pitch swinging. Second base is out. McGarn makes the play, and that'll retire the side. Spartans scored twice. Home run by Kylie Gross, the 28th of her career. Brings her to tie for second in program history. Still 5 back of Annie Winterberg. They now lead 4-0. We head to the 6th.
Tabby Rzutko.
Top of the 6th here at Mather Park. Tabby Rzutko in to catch for the Spartans. Late inning defensive replacement. Pretty typical
Leading
for this
off
team.
the top of the 6th inning for
Depending on the
Capital,
score,
number
obviously,
28,
but
Michelle
in
Brumfield.
softball, when you can re-enter players, always good to use your fifth-year catcher. As Brumfield drives that one to right center field, that'll get down. Rolls to the wall, Durham throws, guns and throws it to second, and she'll hold Brumfield to a long leadoff single. Good play there by Durham in center to get to that ball, and then great throw into the
Now
infield.
batting, number 26,
So Brumfield on,
McMahon.
leadoff single. We'll see. We might have a change here. I don't know if it'll be for a pinch runner or a pinch hitter. That's Anna Kirk out there making the change. Likely a pinch runner because otherwise I'm not sure why McMahon would be standing by the plate. So leadoff single. Capital with runners on in every inning now. That'll be 22 on to run for the Comets.
Ladies
Tabby
and
Bailey.
gentlemen, your attention, please. Now running at first base for Capital, number 22, Tabby Bailey.
We saw Bailey as a pinch hitter in game number 1. She struck out an early at bat. So Bailey to run at first for Brumfield. Bailey this season 1 for 1 on stolen base attempts. This is game number 10 for her. Comets have only played 16. First pitch swinging as McMahon will foul that away. So McMahon at the plate, 0 for 2 so far today with a strikeout and a ground out. It's Lorelei McMahon. The catcher from North Lawrence, Ohio. Shows bunt, gets it down, but that'll go foul. So 1-2. 4-0 is our score. Case Western Reserve leads at the top of the 6th inning. No outs, leadoff single. There's a runner on first in this frame. Capital has had runners on in every single inning against Spartan hurler Kylie Hosey, but she's managed to get out of every inning without allowing a run. That pitch off speed high, not probably where she wanted that. It's a ball, 1-2. Hosey so far 5+ innings, 6 hits, no runs, 4 strikeouts, 2 walks. She's loaded her down now to 4.08. Heading into the day, it was 4.57. So half a run she's got off her ERA just from these 5 scoreless innings. 5 scoreless innings. All right. That pitch popped up. Might be a tough play, but Potts will get under it. So McMahon pops out. Bailey stays at first. One down
Now
here
batting, number 7, Lindy
in the 6th.
Himmelgarn.
They'll bring up Lindy Himmelgarn, the sophomore from Minster, Ohio. So Himmelgarn at the plate. Hosey in inning number 6. Pitch outside, a ball, 1-0. Not sure if Himmelgarn was trying to bunt there or not, but
Like if you quit now, let's say, well, bye, you know, we're just,
I wouldn't be shocked if we get more funds taken away.
the 1-0 pitch, that's a strike on the inner half of the plate. 1-1, now counts even. 6th inning here, game number 2. We are on hour number 4 of softball. Game 1 started at 3. It went about 2.5 hours. Nope, just kidding, it only went 2 hours. Bunt, gets it down, Hosey fields it, throws over to Kai covering, and throw is out a little high and outside, but she's able to grab that one.
now
So
batting,
Himmelgarn gets the sacrifice down.
Mackenzie
1-4
Kennedy.
sack bunt. And Bailey moves over to second. So 2 outs now for the Comets. I gotta believe that that is one of the reasons why they haven't scored, because they've been sacrificing with 1 out in a lot of these innings. Hosey up to 91 pitches. Head coach Josie Henry out to talk to her. Laura Miali's been warming up for at least the last 2 innings out in the bullpens. We'll see if Henry lets her stay in. It's the bottom of the lineup. Number 9 hitter, Mackenzie Kennedy, the sophomore. Kennedy this season is... Nope, that's the wrong one. Kennedy this year came into the day hitting .077. She did get a hit in game 1. She's 0 for 1 in this contest with a walk. So we'll see how they approach her. It is the bottom of the order. So following the conference, it looks like Hosey will stay in. Head coach Josie Henry and the entire team went out to talk to Kylie Hosey. Not sure what the entire team wanted to tell her, but I know what Henry wanted to tell her, and that was throw strikes, get this batter out, get out of the inning. Otherwise, might not leave you in. We'll see how she approaches Kennedy with 2 outs and a runner in scoring position. First pitch. Some heat on it, but went outside for a ball. 1-0. Pitch count's not really a big deal in softball as much as baseball. Still, it's a little taxing on your arm to throw a lot of pitches, even if it is underhand. That was pitch number 92. There's a strike. Not where she wanted to throw it, but over the plate anyway. 1-1. You see softball pitchers throw 100, 120, 140, even 150 pitches in a game. Used to be back in the day, one pitcher would throw every single inning for a team. That pitch fouled up the first baseline out of play, 1-2. In fact, that's how CWRU had its career record holder in career strikeouts before Lexi Miskey broke the record. Previously, it was held by Ruth Segarts, if I'm not mistaken. The 1-2. Driven up the right field line. It could be a tough play, and that'll land right in front of the line. Steffes will corral it and throw it into first, but the run will score. So Capital finally gets off the board here in game number 2 in this doubleheader. A run scoring 2-out single from Mackenzie Kennedy, number 9 hitter in the lineup. So a single scores a run. It's now 4-1.
Now batting number 16, Kylie Kirby.
Top of the order, it's Kylie Kirby. Yeah, Ruth Segarts, who threw 643 innings during her time with the Spartans. Off speed from Hosey. 4th time through the lineup now. Kirby 2 for 3, a single, a double, and a ground out. That pitch outside for a ball, 1-0. Kennedy not a threat to run, 0 for 0 on steals this season. 4-1 our score. That popped up. Gross under it, drifting in the outfield and makes the play. So the Comets get a run back. It's now 4-1. We head to the bottom of the 6th inning. See what happens. So it's Bisberry to lead off the bottom of the 6th inning for Case Western Reserve. Spartan lead down to 3. Capital able to get a run back in the top of the inning. It's 4-1 Case Western Reserve. Guy Gross with a big insurance home run in the 5th inning. Spartans with 4 runs on 5 hits, no errors. Capital 1 run, 7 hits, 3 errors. Pitch down and away for a ball. It's 1-0. 6th inning of work for Megan Milinaric. Now at 82 pitches, 54 strikes. Working against Mary. This is 3rd time through. That pitch outside for a ball. It's 2-0. The southpaw hurler. I'm curious how long she stays in. If she stays in to see the top of the lineup, which is all lefties. She did give up the home run to Kai. Couple of hard hit balls as well, but you know, she has certainly been Capital's best pitcher today, without a doubt. Barry drives that one into center field. That's a base hit. So as I say that, Bisberry with a clean hit into center field. Leadoff single. Spartans looking to add back to the lead. It's Kate Coonan now.
Now batting, number 19, Elena Stefas.
Oh, nope, just kidding. I can't see. It's Elena Stefas. Kate Coonan is next. She was just in the on-deck circle. So it's Elena Stefas to the plate. Stefas 0 for 2 with a pair of strikeouts. See how she does 3rd time through. See if there's a bunt on here. No outs, runner on first. My guess is there probably is, but we'll see. There is. Squares. Whoa, that bunt hit her bad, but then went right into her face, and now she's going to talk to Giselle Baena. They're going to talk to the trainer, my guess is. Get Lauren Pinska, the trainer, out, talk to Elena. She knew immediately she needed attention. Like, she took off her helmet as soon as that ball hit her bat. Pitch was up and in. She was somehow able to get around and get the bat to it, but I think it went immediately back and hit her in the face. We'll take a break here. She gets checked out.
Ladies and gentlemen, your attention, please. Now batting for Case Western Reserve.
So Steph, as we hope she's okay, she will not complete her turn at bat after being checked out by the trainer, Lauren Pinska. She squared the bunt, and the bat came back and hit her helmet, and she knew immediately something was up. So, hoping for the best for Elena Steffes, as she is now being hit for by So it's Bella Hunter hitting now for Steffes. She has an 0-1 count. That bat will be charged to Bella Hunter because it's just the one pitch. She squares the bunt. Ball gets away from the catcher. It was in the dirt. That's a wild pitch. Throw goes down to 3rd. For a second there, I wasn't sure if Brumfield was paying attention, and that ball might have gone into left field. So Barry moves over to 3rd on the wild pitch. Hunter still at the plate. We'll tell you a little bit about Bella, the first year. She did not have a hit yet this season, so still looking for her first collegiate hit. First year from Manaway, Ohio, Crestwood grad. The 1-1. It's outside for a ball. It's 2-1. Pre-med track, biochem major. Went to Crestwood High School. Born on Christmas Eve, December 24th. Graduated summa cum laude and as the valedictorian down there in Manaway. The 2-1 pitch shows bunt, gets it down. Fielded by Sweetman, and the throw goes into right field. And that'll score another run. Spartans get the run back here. Good sacrifice bunt by Hunter. Throwing error on Sweetman, and that'll bring in another run.
Now batting, number 15, Lacey Lara. Attention, please. Now batting for Case Western Reserve, number 5, Kate Coonan.
So another error leads to a Spartan run. It's 5-1 Case Western Reserve. Bella Hunter just trying to give herself up. And reaches on the sacrifice. The throwing error by Sweetman. Kate Coonan to the plate now. This is her first at-bat today. I think. Yeah, her first at-bat today. She came on for Lacey Lara. So Coonan at the plate. Took a ball. It's a 1-0. Hunter at first. Coonan squares the bunt, fouls it off. 1-1. So the Spartans have scored 5 runs. None of them have been earned against Melanaric. 4 errors. Sweetman picks it up, throws it. Throws kind of out of the way. That's not a first baseman fielding that. That's Hemmelgarn, but you know, you're playing second. Should be able to grab it. But the throw goes into left field, and that's another run. So 5-1. 1-1, squares the bunt. This one's popped up behind the plate. What a play! What a play by McMahon behind the plate, diving to catch that. Coonan popped up the bunt, but it would have been a really tough play, and McMahon was able to make it. So a great play there by McMahon. Hunter not able to advance. And that brings up
number 13, Mioli.
Laura Mioli, the first year. Looking for her first collegiate hit as well. 1 out, runner on first. Cuts and misses at a pitch in the other batter's box. It's 0-1. Let's see if that run eventually going to be earned or not. So the runner was on second. Say she moves to third on the sacrifice. And then there's a pop out. So then she's out. So that's 2 outs. Runner on third. Depending on what Laura does here. A pitch high for ball. It's 1-1. Determine if that run becomes earned or not. Right now it's unearned. We're coming down from Brooklyn, New York. 210 Case Western Reserve. Spartans from all over the place. That pitch down in the dirt. It's 2-1. Take a look at the Case Western Reserve roster and tell you where everybody's from. Illinois, Ohio, Minnesota, California, Virginia, New York, Maryland, California, Colorado, and Texas. Actually a lot of players on this team from Ohio. Surprising amount given the nature of the school. Whereas with Capital, just about everyone's from Ohio. 2-1. Drives that one to center field. Center field gives chase, but that ball is out of here. First collegiate hit, first collegiate home run. It's now 7-1 Case Western Reserve. So a 2-run homer off the bat of Laura Miali. That run now does become earned. As the Spartans now lead 7-1. So new pitcher for Capital, it's Alyssa Miller, who started game number 1. She's now coming on in relief in game number 2.
Now
The book is
batting,
closed
number 15,
on
Nyla Durham.
Milinaric, who was pitching well up until the 6th. 5 1/3 innings, 7 runs, 7 hits, just the 2 earned runs, 1 walk, 7 strikeouts. Miller in game number 1 went 4 innings, gave up 3 runs, 2 earned on 5 hits with a walk and strikeout. She'll be facing Nyla Durham with 1 out, bases clear here in the bottom of the 6th. Spartans lead now 7-1 off the home run from Lormielli, and Durham gets into one. That'll go over the left fielder's head, down for at least a single, maybe a double, probably not a triple, as Durham holds up at second. She thought about it. Durham's fast enough. She can score, or she can get to third on a double down the left field line. So a double for Durham
Number 12,
as the hits keep on coming. It's now 3rd hit in this inning. Top of the order for Karen Potts. Potts 2 for 3 with a single and a double. Now we're looking at a 6-run lead, so a home run, if there is any, will end this game. First pitch to Potts, high for a ball. It's 1-0. Durham has already stolen 3rd in this game. She's a perfect 11 for 11 on stolen base attempts this season. If you're curious about the record for steals without being caught for Spartan, it's across the whole season. It was Kylie Gross who stole 40 bases without getting caught, which is insane. That ball outside, 2-0. So Potts at the plate, the potential game-ending run. Durham on second, 1 down here in the 6th. Ground ball up the middle. Oh, underneath the shortstop's legs. Are they going to call anything on the runner? Nope. Nope, just a hit and a run. So hit for Potts. Durham scores. It's an RBI. Is Durham's run earned? Yes. Durham ran right in front of Kirby, who was trying to make that play. The ball just then went through her legs. Bellarusa to the plate with Potts on first now. Let's take a look at that. Use instant replay. Take a look at it. Slow grounder. Kirby's kind of in between, trying to wait for the runner and the ball, and then the ball just goes through her legs. Now, is it a play she makes? Hard to tell, because Potts is fast enough that she maybe beats it out. So Bellarusa at the plate. Potts on first, 1 down here in the 6th. First pitch to Russo, outside, it's a ball, 1-0. Potts is the game-ending run at first. As we saw in game number 1, once you're up by 8 runs after 5 innings, the game ends, as long as you're the home team. So as soon as that 8th run, or the run that put you up 8 scores, the game's over. Bella grounds the ball. Tough play, and that'll get through. So base hit for Bella. Potts on her way to third, and she'll get there. So a single for Bella. Potts moves over to third. Good heads-up base running there. There's no way Himmelgarner's getting to that ball. So Kylie Gross, who homered in her last at-bat. 1 for 2 with a walk also. Looking for home run number 29 for her career to break the tie for 2nd place. Miller in the circle. First pitch, high. That's indifference. Russo tried to draw a throw. She couldn't get one. So no steal there, because this will likely be the last half inning. Also, the defense wasn't making a play on her. Getting dark here, 7:25. We'll see if we play even another inning. A 1-0 to Kai. That's over for a strike. It's 1-1. Russo's run does not matter. She's on second. Potts is the one that matters on third. If Karen Potts scores, this game is over. Kylie Gross at the plate. 1 out here in the bottom of the 6th. Case Western Reserve up 8-1. The pitch. High and outside. 2-1. First base is open. If she wants to walk Kai. However, up next is Caitlin Lamb, who's 1 for 3. And probably been the Spartans' best hitter as of late. The pitch to Gross. Inside on her hands, and she fouls that up the first baseline. Coach Giselle trying to duck out of the way. Fell down. You can't see it on the broadcast, but she had a nice laugh about it. Evens the count 2-2. Sacrifice fly will do it. Infield is in. They're making a play at the plate. They want this game to keep going. Capital does. 2-2 pitch is low and outside for a ball. Runs the count full. 3-2. Everyone's in on the infield, so blooper over the infield probably ends this game. A hard hit ball gets past anybody, probably ends this game. Fly ball to the outfield probably ends this game. Payoff pitch. Fouled away. Again, hope you join us on Sunday for another non-conference doubleheader. It'll be the Spartans hosting Denison, coming up from Granville, Ohio. For that game, 2 games, pair of games, on Sunday, starting at 1. Full count offering to Kylie. And that's outside ball 4. So this inning will continue and this game will continue. As Gross works the walk, but now there's nowhere to put her. It's Abby Rizutko. I'm sorry, it was not Caitlin Lamb. It's Abby Rizutko to the plate. Abby, who walked in game number 1.
Now batting, number 28, Abby Rizutko.
Bases are loaded. 8-1 is our score, bottom of the 6th. Anything forcing in a run ends this game. Pitch from Miller. Fouled back. Rizutko really wants that hit. I would think too. Like, she wants to end the game. She's a 5th-year senior. Of course she wants to end the game. This is her first at-bat in this game. She came on to catch for Lamb in, I believe it was the 5th inning. So Abby at the plate facing an 0-1 count. Pitch swung on a miss. That's strike 2. Miller in the circle, looking to get her first out in this game. She came on in relief. It's allowed 1 run on 3 hits, has faced 4 batters. She has not retired any of them. The 0-2. Called strike 3. So Rizutko down looking. Out number 2. And it's Bisberry to the plate. As the Spartans have batted around here in the 6th. Bisberry batting for the 2nd time. She led off this inning with a single. So Berry to the plate, 2 down, bases loaded. Infield is back. That ball is foul. 0-1. Now 7:30. I believe the halted game rule says that this game will over anyway, but ball high, 1-1. Check the halted game rule. My guess is halted games. 1-1 now on Barry. Yeah, regulation will take precedence. Thought about swinging, held back. That's a ball, 2-1. So this game has reached regulation. It's in the bottom of the 6th inning already. So if the umpire determines we can't play the 7th due to darkness, the game will be over after 6 innings. Spartans hoping to score another run to end the game before that happens. Bisberry facing a 2-1 count. Base is loaded. Bottom of the 6th. Pitch to her. That's over the plate. Strike 2. Miller looking to get out of it. She already got 1 strikeout in this inning with the bases loaded. Looking for number 2. Barry 1 for 2 today in this game. 286 batting average. Pitch. Driven to right field. And caught! Great play out there by Kennedy, who made a running catch and then fell to her knees after she caught it, and that'll retire the side. So we'll head to the 7th. We'll see if we play inning number 7 here from Mather Park. Spartans lead is now 8-1. So Laura Miali making her collegiate pitching debut for the Spartans in a plethora of changes for Case Western Reserve. Kaylin Zuzai now at first. Bella Russo moved to right field. As she has first hitter here, Autumn Bridges down 0-2. So Miali, her first collegiate appearance in the circle. 8-1 is our score here in inning number 7. Capital looking score some more runs. Case Western Reserve looking to close this game out, hopefully before it gets dark. The 0-2 pitch. That's grounded foul as well. Still 0-2. Miali did not give her pitching stats in high school, so I don't even know if she expected to be pitching. She didn't give any stats from her hitting in high school either. She's in the circle now. For the Spartans will be the 4th pitcher Capital will see today. Line to second base, Gross. Did she catch it?
Ladies and gentlemen, now playing first base for the Spartans.
I don't know. If I'm being honest, I couldn't tell what they signaled.
29,
She threw it over to first, so
Zuzai.
we'll give it to Zuzai.
Now playing right field,
Bella, yep.
Bella Russo.
So
Now
it's
batting,
Sweetman
number
to the
10,
plate.
Emma Sweetman.
One batter, one out for Miali. A good start to her collegiate debut in the circle. Sweetman, though, takes a drive into that one and caught by the left fielder. Good piece of hitting by Sweetman, but into the glove.
Now batting,
And now
number
Capital down to its
130,
final out.
Perry.
It'll be Megan Perry. That was Kate Coonan who corralled that one in. Hosey will get the win in the circle. Kylie Hosey. 6 innings, 7 hits, 1 run. It was earned. 2 walks, 4 strikeouts. Pitch is a strike. So Mioli now 6 pitches, 6 strikes in her collegiate debut. Hosey improved to 4-4 on the season. Melaneric will take the loss. She'll drop to 3-1, her first loss this year. She gave up 7 runs, but only 2 were earned in 5 1/3 innings with 7 strikeouts. The 0-1 swung and a missed, and Capital is down to its final strike. Thank everybody for joining us for this doubleheader. Hopefully a pair of Spartan wins. And again, we'll hope to see you on Sunday when Case Western Reserve hosts Denison. The 0-2 offering. Outside and low, 1-2. Spartans won this game 8 runs on 10 hits, no errors. Capital so far 1 run on 7 hits, 4 errors. Comets will drop to 7-9. Case Western Reserve will improve to 12-7. Grounded to first, hits the bag, and Zuzai not able to corral it. That'll be a hit. So Perry keeps this game alive, as it'll bring up the pitcher.
Now batting, number 1, Alyssa Miller.
Alyssa Miller. We did not see her hit in game number 1. She does have hitting stats. Take a look at them. The last hope for Capital. Miller, 167 average, 12 at bats. She has 2 hits. She scored once, driven in 1 run. That pitch will get away from Rizutko, and a wild pitch will move the runner over to second. Perry. Miller this season, as I mentioned, 2 hits in 12 at bats. She scored once, struck out 3 times. We did not see her hit in game number 1. That pitch grounded foul, evens the count at 1-1. Look at that just to make sure. Not an error. Yeah, that hit the base. Yeah, no chance there by Zuzai at first. So hit number 8 for Capital in this game. Spartans scored 8 runs on game 1 and 8 runs in game 2. So 16 total runs today. Grounded foul again. 1-2. Capital down to its final strike once again.
If the game ends, you guys are free to go. Cool. Thank you for your help.
Looks like we're getting a lineup
All right,
change thing.
all right, Katie.
Coach is officially putting in someone. I am not entirely sure what's going on. Oh, pinch runner. So a pinch runner in at second. It'll be 32.
Ladies and gentlemen, your attention,
Isabel
please.
Zayer.
Now running at second for Capital, number 32, Isabel.
So Isabel Sayer will enter the game in the 11th hour. We did not see her in game 1. Sayer from Asheville, Ohio, Tejas Valley graduate. Same as Michelle Brumfield. They're the same year, even. The 1-2 pitch. Outside for ball, 2-2. For Sayer, this is her first appearance this season. First time playing. First collegiate appearance. Welcome to college softball. That pitch gets away from Mazutko, and Sayer will advance to third. Runs the count full as well, 3-2. So Sayer's now on third. 2 outs here in the top of the 7th inning. After 2 quick outs for Miali, she gave up a single on a hard hit grounder up the first base line, and now has a full count on Miller. Miller's going to hit that one into the right center field gap, and that'll get down for a base hit. So Sayer will score a first collegiate run, and Miller's on with a double. So a full count double. We'll drive in a run. It's now 8-2 Capital. Miller with an RBI, Sayer with a run scored, and Rizuka will go out to talk to Mioli. Michelle Brumfield to the plate. Maybe? Yes. Michelle Brumfield would come to the plate. So Miali now, 4 batters faced, 2 outs, 2 hits, 1 run, 1 earned. 8-2 is our score.
Number 28, Michelle Brumfield.
Brumfield to the plate. We're now 2 hours and 15 minutes into this contest, which isn't terribly long, but still feels long. First pitch to Brumfield. It's over for a strike, 0-1. 8-2 is our score here, top of the 7th inning. 2 down, runner on second. Again, thank you for joining us. The 0-1. Hit in the center field. Durham is under on the track, and she'll make the catch, and that'll end the game. So Capital scores once more in the 7th, but that'll do it. Final, Case Western Reserve 8, Capital 2. Thank you again for joining us, and hope to see you on Sunday. Please travel home safely.